unusual behavior for her. She'd never done that before. It's obviously very concerning for us when someone doesn't do that. It's not like a mother to not pick up their child. All of her personal belongings were still at the home. And that an individual who she had a prior relationship with was actually operating her vehicle, which was also unusual. Trash collection truck that was in the area, concerned that possible evidence may be in that truck. And unfortunately, our victim was located deceased.
31-year-old Taty'ana Cooks was a vibrant, energetic young woman, full of life and love for her family. Family meant everything to her, and there was nothing she enjoyed more than spending time with her loved ones, sharing laughter and creating cherished memories. When she welcomed her first son in 2023 with her then-boyfriend Devon White, she was overjoyed at the prospect of building a family of her own. However, what should have been a time of happiness soon turned into a nightmare. Despite their initial joy, the relationship between Cooks and White soured quickly. Despite Cooks' efforts to provide for both herself and her son, tensions ran high as White's demands grew increasingly unreasonable. Cooks found herself shouldering the burden of financial responsibility alone, while enduring disrespect and conflict in her own home. The toxic environment reached a tragic climax when Cooks was found dead, and White was nowhere to be found, having fled with her car. The extent of the abuse and turmoil Cooks endured was finally laid bare for her devastated family to see. Welcome to the American Crime Femicide channel. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell for future uploads. Taty'ana, a hard-working intake administrator at the hospital, found herself juggling the responsibilities of work and motherhood while her partner, Devon, failed to step up and care for their child. Despite living under the same roof, Devon neglected his parental duties, forcing Cooks to rely on daycare to ensure her child's well-being. On Thursday, March 23, Taty'ana's family received a distressing call informing them that she had failed to pick up her son from daycare. They picked up her son and informed the police her car was missing. Miles away, police intercepted Cooks' car being driven by Devon. The next day, detectives and Taty'ana's relatives were meeting at her apartment when a garbage truck came down the street to pick up the trash. Detectives decided to stop the truck to search it. Sadly, they found Cooks' body amidst the garbage. Following an autopsy, the state medical examiner's office said Cooks died by asphyxia due to neck compression. She was strangled to death.
Developing story tonight out of Woodbridge, where a local family and community are grief-stricken. Police making a gruesome discovery in the search for a missing mom. Taty'ana Cooks didn't show up to pick up her child from daycare this week, causing immediate concern among her family. Then, during the police investigation near her home on Stevenson Court, police investigators made a critical move that led to a sad conclusion in this search. News 4's Derek Ward has the latest on this murder investigation.
A life discarded, a community shaken. People who live in this part of Woodbridge say they recall seeing the young mother with her children. Some would just wave, others would play with the little girl. Still others tell us that on Thursday, the day 30-year-old Taty'ana Cooks was reported missing, a relative of hers was at the complex on the phone with police and visibly shaken. Family members told police Cooks had not picked up a child from daycare.
It was very unusual behavior for her. She'd never done that before. It's obviously very concerning for us when someone doesn't do that. It's not like a mother to not pick up their child.
Police searched the victim's second-floor apartment.
All of her personal belongings were still at the home, and that an individual who she had a prior relationship with was actually operating her vehicle, which was also unusual. And then that vehicle was actually in the Newport News, the Hampton Roads area of the state.
Here at this apartment complex, security's recently been stepped up. Most visibly, new locks on the building doors, and investigators came across evidence that led them to the dumpster beside the victim's building. It appeared trash collection had already happened. It's what happened next that turned this into a murder investigation. Police stopped a vehicle.
A trash collection truck that was in the area, concerned that possible evidence may be in that truck. And unfortunately, our victim was located deceased.
Neighbors are stunned and even repulsed to hear of the fate of the young mother. Police have a suspect in custody, the acquaintance who was found driving the victim's car in Newport News. He's identified as 28-year-old Devon White. His listed address, the same as the victim's. His charge, murder.
we have been able to tie him to her death and have charged him.
It was a family's concern and timing that brought this case to this point so quickly. The final break, police being able to stop a trash truck before it got to a transfer station. Prince William County Police spokesman Jonathan Perrock says minutes matter when it comes to checking on the welfare of loved ones.
A man is behind bars tonight after a missing mother was found dead inside of a garbage truck in Prince William County, Virginia. Alexis Wainwright has been following this case since it broke and explains how quick action from the family helped police make an arrest.
People along Stevenson Court in Woodbridge are mourning the loss of 30-year-old Taty'ana Cooks. No one wanted to speak on camera, but Prince William County Police Lieutenant Jonathan Perrock tells WUSA 9 thanks to family members speaking up, they were quickly able to arrest 28-year-old Devon White in this case.
We do applaud the family for notifying us quickly when they realized something was possibly the matter.
The investigation started Thursday evening when the family of Cook called police to report her missing after she didn't pick up her child from daycare.
It was a red flag initially because it's very unlike a mother to not pick up their child. The victim's belongings, personal belongings, were still at the home.
Then Prince William County Police say they learned White was driving Cook's car. Authorities say White shouldn't have had access to the vehicle or didn't normally have access to it.
Both the vehicle and him were down in the Hampton Roads area of the state. So there were several red flags. Our detectives were following up. There was no early indications, at least, other than just that something was the matter.
While conducting an investigation in the neighborhood, authorities stopped a trash truck where they found Cook's body inside. You can still see some of the crime scene tape here where this tragedy happened. The people who live here tell us they're in shock about this happening. Police say it appears the two had a prior relationship and were living together. They also tell WUSA 9 the child is now with other family in the area. White is in custody in Newport News. Although criminal charges have not been released, police say they will extradite White back to Prince William County soon.
Further investigation revealed Devon's disturbing history of violence, mirroring the tragic fate that befell Taty'ana. His previous relationship with Annika Arrington, which began in high school in 2013 and resulted in the birth of a child in 2015, was marked by a pattern of abuse and threats. On November 24, 2018, tensions escalated when Arrington took their toddler son to play with a male friend's daughter. Enraged, White physically assaulted Arrington, choking her, slamming her into a wall, and making chilling threats. Despite Arrington's efforts to seek help through an emergency protective order, White continued his violent behavior, culminating in a terrifying altercation where he choked her and brandished a gun. White was arrested that night and charged with multiple felonies, including abduction, strangulation, assault and battery, and brandishing a firearm. However, Arrington's reluctance to participate in court proceedings, stemming from another toxic relationship, led to the charges being dropped in February 2021. With Taty'ana's tragic murder, Arrington now intends to pursue justice, resolute in holding White accountable for his actions. While Cook's family finds some comfort in the swift administration of justice, their hearts ache with the profound loss of their beloved Taty'ana. They share the following poignant statement: "Taty'ana was a fun-loving, beautiful person. She was overjoyed to be a mother, and equally excited to be an auntie. She was an amazing mother, daughter, sister, niece, and friend. A beacon of love and support whose exquisite soul brought joy to whomever she came in contact with." In their time of grief, they have initiated a GoFundMe campaign to assist with Taty'ana's burial expenses. As they prepare to bid their final farewell to Cook, they humbly ask for the thoughts and prayers of family and friends. May Taty'ana Cooks rest in peace.